We can call the meeting to order.
Okay.
You're going to have to help me with the order rules.
That's fine.
I forget it. Okay. So welcome. I think the first, this is not,
Oh, you want to see the
yeah,
agenda?
can I just see the
Yep.
agenda? Sorry, the first thing. So sorry. I could pull it up. Okay, so did everybody have a chance? Ali asked us to review the minutes in advance. Did everyone have a chance? So we have a quorum, we have four.
Correct.
So should we vote on the minutes? All in favor of the minutes?
Motion second.
Oh, motion, I'm sorry.
I move to accept the minutes, is that correct?
I second that. Minutes
Wonderful.
accepted. Okay, Ali, I'll turn it over to you.
Okay.
March minutes, or did you want to do that?
Because there's
Vote
two.
for
both.
both?
Oh, there's two. Oh,
minutes.
right.
March
I'm sorry.
and
I was thinking
January.
just
March
all-
and January.
And then
Oh, it was March, okay.
January ones were the other ones.
Yes.
Yep.
Oh.
Okay,
Okay.
sorry. So
Motion, Jan?
What?
Motion for January?
motion to pass the January minutes.
To accept.
To accept. Anyone second? I do. I don't know if I.
All in
first or
favor?
second.
Aye.
Perfect. All right. So just a little update on the mental health task force. Actually, I'm going to go to the quarterly report and report to you what we've done. So in April, there was a walk at the high school, the Out of Darkness Walk, and it was a huge success. And they raised over $30,000, and there were a ton of kids and people there. It was really a wonderful event. And this is the first one that they've done, that AFSP, at least in Connecticut, has done at a high school, which is pretty impressive. Usually they're at colleges or in the community. So, yeah, so it was wonderful. And then we hosted, along with Child Guidance Center, Family Centers, Kids in Crisis, and the Darien Public Schools, a panel discussion on demystifying resilience in children and adolescents. That was in May. It was towards the end of May, but but that's on the town website. If you go under mental health resources on the front page and you click on it, all of these things, the different programs we've had are recorded and have been posted on there. And then Paula and I have now done 2 mental health first aid trainings. We did the first one, I might have reported this to you guys last time, in February for the town hall staff. And then we had a second one for the community and anybody else in, when was it? May. Yes, it was in May. And we had about 25 participants, and it went very well. And we have another one scheduled if anyone wants to spread the word or anyone's interested, August 1st and 3rd. It's from 8:30 till 1 at Post 53. And we only have about 6 people registered, but I'm hoping to get more. We can have up to 30. And ideally you need at least 10 because it's good to have a good group. But I think some people from Person to Person are going to be coming and some other agencies. So if anyone's interested or wants to spread the word, please do. It's open to any Darien resident or anyone who serves the Darien community. And I have to say that everyone who's attended has said nothing but positive things. So it's very interactive. Okay, what else? Hi, we just started. No, don't worry. And then so that's the updates to the mental health first aid and the task force. And then renter's rebate began. This is Cynthia's baby. Cynthia does the renter's rebate program. It started in May. Do you want to talk about it for a minute, or?
Sure. So that's for any renter. They could be renting a room and it's okay, even if the utilities are included. For singles or for couples. Disabled or anybody over 65. So we're running it all the way until the first week of September. So there's plenty of time, so if you know of anybody.
And last year you had 31 applications, but I feel like there's some new ones
There's
coming.
a lot of new people, yeah, especially with the Royal.
Other than 65.
Your income.
yeah.
It's
Right, it's income-based,
Yeah,
yes.
income-based. And like Cynthia said, you have to either be on Social Security
So I
disability.
can't- So I can't do it.
Well, and you own your house, I think. I don't think you rent, right? Sorry, Michael. Yeah, so that's Cynthia's baby, and she's busy, well underway. People are very eager to get it done right away, even though you
Yes.
have till September, and it doesn't matter when you apply. You get your check in
In the fall.
October, November.
Around there, yeah.
Yeah.
You
which is
said
nice.
that's increasing because of, were you saying that there are more
There's
people?
new people, yeah, because of the Royal.
Oh, right.
So we've got.
Which is great. And then in terms of ARPA funds, we've been using the mental health ARPA funds. That's primarily, we've been doing it for the mental health first aid training, but then for some other events and some upcoming events that we're working on. And the essential needs money that we have, we've been able to use that money to help people, it's usually with rent, but even help people, low income mom with helping her with her camp payments because she works and needs assistance.
Does essential needs come out of the town budget?
No, so we have an essential needs account from the town.
Right.
Yes, that's separate. I'm just talking about the ARPA. We have
You also have essential needs from that? Okay.
Yes, right. That's where we are with that.
So of the ARPA funding, there's
Mhm.
250.
Yes,
under
for
the
mental health.
And then
Mhm.
there's 75 for essential needs.
Correct.
Got it, okay.
Yes, and we spent 22,000 so far of the 250 for
24.
mental health, and we spent 24,000 and change of the 75,000 for essential needs. And then there's also two other accounts. Food insecurity, there's 100,000 in there, and then nonprofits, there's 100,000 in there. And I think there is talk about possibly reallocating some of the funds, but that's a meeting we have this morning to talk about. So since the quarterly report is kind of going over some of these programs, I think we're going to skip through some of our things on our agenda, because it kind of, what, Michelle?
No, no.
Am I talking too fast? Staffing? I didn't get to that yet.
No, no.
Okay.
Go ahead. Keep going.
Energy assistance, we had an increase of people applying this year, 85 households compared to 71 last year. But unfortunately, the funding wasn't as great because the previous years they had extra COVID money. So for instance, last year we had 71 households and they received $51,000 in grants. This year we had 85 households and they only received 30,000. And think about oil, electric, everything's higher. So our clients struggled this year a lot. And we did help some people with our funds that we have, their essential needs to, pay for a delivery here or there for oil. I kept my house really cold. And Operation Fuel, they were inundated with applications that they paused their winter program on April 3rd, and they closed it, and then they opened it back on April 3rd. On April 11th, they closed it again because they had so many applications. Like even said, they had, where is this? Hold on. They did $8 million in energy assistance to 8,000 households. In February and March, they received 6,000 calls and 100 applications a day. It goes back to just how many people were struggling with and plus they had increased the income limit is higher than energy assistance. So that's not, because a lot of our clients, even some of the pending applications that we had submitted weren't approved. So that was really disappointing. So they're opening up again in August 1st. We already have people scheduled because they get up to $500. At one point, they had raised the bar and said they get $1,000, but then they were inundated and they went back to $500. So it's just been a bit of a roller coaster. But our loan closet, I'm going through the quarterly report. I feel like it's almost every day. It's definitely a few times a week. We've had an increase. Yeah, I think the word is out, and people even having surgery, they need a knee scooter or temporary things, and people love to donate them if they have their own, get rid of them. Transport chairs if they have an elderly parent coming to visit for a little while. So I think it's a good little. I think the word's getting out that we have this, and it's a great. Oh, you
As
you
beneficial.
Can vouch for us.
It was amazing. Thank you.
Yeah, so we had 34 households use it this quarter versus 31 the previous quarter. Our home goods
Do you have
closet.
any particular needs?
For the loan closet, we only take.
Wheelchairs or?
Well, we don't have, right now, I think we're in good shape. The transport chairs, which are those lightweight wheelchairs,
Yeah.
those ones are in high demand.
I
Wouldn't
got
you guys?
one.
Do you?
Yeah,
And you want to get rid of it probably, right?
No,
Oh.
I'll give it to you.
Okay, great, thank you. Absolutely. Periodically we get low on those and we'll have to call people because they're supposed to borrow them for a month, but we're pretty lax about it. But then sometimes we have none and we're like, you need to bring it back. So anyway, and it's free of charge.
But you got it, if I need it.
We'll hide it for you, Michael, just in case you need it.
We'll put a plaque on it.
So our home goods closet is constant as well. That's, just daily, we have people coming. We had 163 residents utilize it the last quarter. That's
Wow.
that's like including like 4 people in a household and stuff like that. So it's not 163 different households.
Individuals, got it.
It's individuals.
Yes, it's people who benefited from it.
That's great.
Is it staying stocked?
It is, except for now in the summer. So there's a group at the depot called the Helping Hands, and that's strictly what they do. And they, like once a month, like it seemed, at least maybe not once a month, but in the fall, I think they had three drives for us outside of Palmer's, and they get so much stuff. But now, of course, in the summertime, they're, you know, but we do have some, we can use our gifts and donation funds and stuff like that to buy those. But, and you've participated, you've done them before at Tokenique, and so, yeah, we really rely heavily on donations.
Is there a way to use ARPA money for that?
Huh,
That's a good question.
Because there is stuff that we need to buy right now.
Right,
Huh.
right now, we're a little low on some stuff. Yeah, wonder if we can use from the essential needs, because it is an essential, well, good point, good question.
Quick question, where do we want me to bring that?
Well, what do we, you can, if you want to, you can donate.
No,
but-
I said where you want me to bring the chair.
Oh, the chair, I thought you were talking about home goods. Right to our office.
Okay,
Yeah, thank you.
I can come get it from you if you want.
I got it, I'll bring it. So there's the light ones. the
Yeah,
little-
yeah, right.
Yeah.
Those are so easy, you pop them in and out of your trunk.
I
so-
I donated the wheelchairs, I had 3 wheelchairs, I donated them to the place up in New Canaan, what's the name of it?
Oh.
Waveney.
Waveney.
Oh, nice. So let's see, what else from the quarterly report? We had 20 new clients this past quarter compared to 28 the previous quarter. And this quarter last year, we had 37 new clients, but that was at the time of all the untimely deaths. So, you know, had a lot of new people reaching out to us for help and whatnot. We did call, no, we didn't call this quarter. We did only called once this winter to our emergency call list because we had a pretty mild winter. You know, that's our list of primarily elderly residents or some people who have disabilities that we call before like a major storm or possible townwide emergency. So the typical winters we call a few times, but we didn't have to. So hopefully when hurricane season comes, we don't have to because that's another time to do it. And the seniors love it. And some of them like to chat a lot with us. And we try to we get divided up between the 4 of us and like, you know, go down the list. But yeah, they're always so grateful just to know. Because then we also tell them if there are power outages and stuff like that, that we'll check in on them. And you know, we work with the Emergency Operations Center, prioritize if people are on oxygen, you know, or hospital beds and stuff like that. They're priorities.
When you use cell phones for checking in on it, because if you lose power, you lose phones and.
Yes, we do have their cell phone numbers if they have a cell phone, but yeah, and we also have a backup. They have to give us an emergency contact, so if we can't get through to them, we'll call, it's usually a child or it could be a neighbor, we'll call the emergency contact. Occasionally, and very rarely, I think I haven't done it in years, if we can't get through to them, we'll go to their door and do a welfare check, you know, not welfare like police welfare, but just check on them.
Wellness check.
Yeah, just check in. And that's about it. And then we just went through all of the different trainings and meetings that Cynthia and I go to. But that's it for the quarterly report. Staffing, unfortunately, Beth Longo, one of our part-time program assistants, she moved, so she left us. She was wonderful, and we miss her already. So we do have a part-time position open. It's Mondays and Wednesdays from 8 till 5:15. And if you know of anybody or anyone, you know, the last 4 people who've been in this position were moms that have been out of the workforce for a while, that's fine. So I think it's been a good stepping stone for them. The first 2 ended up going back and getting full-time jobs after a while. So please spread the word if you can, if you know of anyone who wants. And there's flexibility, so they job share. So then Alice and Keena, the other program assistants, Tuesdays and Thursdays, but the 2 program assistants kind of, you know, as long as one of them's there, you know, they work out their own schedules. We're flexible, so sometimes they'll swap days, or if they are out, if they want to go on vacation. I mean, they don't get paid, unfortunately, but then like Allison's out this week, so Michelle's been stepping it off. Michelle's it. So please spread the word. We do have one elderly protective services case right now, and it's going to be going to probate court for conservatorship. And these cases are very, as I've told you before, very time consuming. We work really closely with the social workers from Protective Services, they're from the state. And the one particular case we have now, without giving up too much information, is an elderly woman who's renting and has beginning stages of dementia and didn't pay her rent for like 5 months and was gonna get evicted. So luckily with some of that ARPA funding we have, and she has some money, we were able to, and I spoke to the landlord and got the eviction canceled. But now we're just waiting for the whole Protective Services case to it takes time to come through. So now on the first of the month, I'm going with her to the bank to make sure she gets a cashier's check and pays the rent. But so yeah, so hopefully that progresses, so we don't have to do that. But for now, it's problem solved. So we're just, but it is very time consuming. We did have a couple of other ones in the previous quarter, but they got resolved and didn't have to go to conservatorship. One, so this woman in particular doesn't have any family, and that's when it gets really complicated. The previous one we had, luckily she did have family and she had assets, so she moved to assisted living, so she's safe and sound. But those are just some of the examples. Let's see, what else? Oh, I skipped over filling in the blanks when I was doing the quarterly report. But so filling in the blanks is the meal program, you know, that we get, that people come and pick up their food. It's for low-income families. It's usually done in schools, but we thought that wouldn't go over well here in Darien, so the parents come here every other week. And we get to do it through the summer, because a lot of the kids then don't get it. I mean, if they're in like community centers or camps, they do deliver it to different places, but if they're not in school. So ours is continuing, and how many do we have right now? 33 students, 18 households. So it's gone down a little bit, but then once the new school year starts, we'll put it out in the wires again and spread the word. But yeah, the ones that are participating, they come religiously, and it's helpful. You know, every little bit helps. So let's see what else. So the calendar, I did bring a copy of that. So here's the calendar for the next year. Now's the chance. If you want to change the date or the time, or if you even want to make it a little later, Michael. 9 o'clock?
How's 11?
Yeah. So does this time, is this too early, or does it work? Like,
Oh, I love it.
For as few times as you're meeting, yes, it works.
It's okay?
It's fine.
so that's, Michelle proposed, got the calendar there, so does that
Mhm.
look okay?
I actually have an issue with the January 11th one.
Okay.
I know this.
Yeah, really.
Because there's actually a reason. I could do it, although the earlier one would be close to the new year, wouldn't it?
So the way the calendar is set up is that
Well, I can
it's
just miss it.
typically the second Thursday. If we still have a quorum, somebody can be acting chair, as we've done before.
Yeah.
We haven't been present, or if there's no quorum, we can do an informal meeting, no voting, or we can cancel. There's no state statute that says how many times this commission needs to meet for a year, so that's a very good thing in our favor. I threw this on the agenda this time because we had a quorum, we need a vote. So since I knew we had one now, instead of
Yes.
forcing everybody in September or November,
Yeah.
just tried to get ahead of the curve.
So I say keep that. Keep it on the
Yeah.
calendar, yeah.
So we should vote on it?
If
voting,
everyone
yeah.
wants it to stay this routine,
So do I have to move to have a
anyone
vote?
can make the motion.
I'll make a motion to vote on the calendar for next year.
Okay.
Second, anyone?
Second.
All in favor?
We're getting it.
I'm not here.
You're not here? You're moving?
No, I'm retiring I'm expiring.
Oh, but we can renew you.
No one
already
observes those
checked that box.
expiration dates.
Yeah.
Maybe
I think I
expire.
expired like
No, don't talk like that, come on.
I'll file this with the town clerk and I'll I'll email it out again and I'll do the
Thank you.
calendar invite.
That's so helpful.
As well.
Thank you.
Michelle's good like that. So upcoming programs, we have the Senior Farmers Market Nutrition Program, which the seniors, low-income seniors, get these vouchers for the farmer's market. It's not a lot of money, it's only like $24, but we have people calling us saying like, did they come in yet? Like, they love it. It's like a little treat, you know?
Yeah.
It's fun.
That's great.
So, yeah, they should be here any day now. But yeah, we've been having people calling like, where, did they come? Where are they? So people really like it. I don't remember how many people we have, maybe about 40 seniors, and it's also based on your income. Yeah, so that's coming up. It should be starting any day now as soon as we get the vouchers in. And then, believe it or not, we're talking this week, the three of us, so we have to figure out back to school, even though I feel like the summer just
Yeah.
started, right?
It's coming fast.
Yeah, it's gonna be here before you know it. And again, one of the great things that came out of COVID is that we switched to doing Target gift cards, because as you may know, we used to have like this whole room set up, and we had actual supplies, and people would make appointments, and people would come in, and then we'd also give them a Payless gift card when Payless still existed. And that was so time consuming, but the clients like this much better, because they get a gift card, they can buy what they want. So yeah, so we give each kid a $50 Target gift card, and so we're gonna start that, we figured probably like the first week or so, maybe second week in August, and then go until school starts. I think we have roughly 100 kids last year, that's off the top of my head, but I benefited from it, so. Let's see, anything else, Cynthia? Well, I'll say any old business. Okay, new business. One thing I did want to point out and give Cynthia a pat on the back is we restarted going down to the senior center doing Ask a Social Worker. So she's doing that every Tuesday because we stopped during COVID. They were closed, and then it's so and she's been busy down there, right?
Yeah.
Every time
There's like people lined up over
so every Tuesday at 11. Yeah. So
Sometimes
that's-
it's the same people that are
Yeah.
like, hey, you're back again. But it's nice because a lot of people don't know that we're here.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's a good opportunity to see them and it's great.
What kind of questions do you get?
Different things. They'll ask about renters. They didn't know about renters. They'll ask about energy, the home goods closet, or they'll just say like, I just wanted to talk. This is going on, and at home with my kids or whoever, or spouse, and they just want to talk. And it's a good opportunity. And there's a space privately, so we're not doing this in
Oh,
the
right.
dining room or anything. So it's really nice.
Yeah.
It's really nice to see
And
people
they're busy
again.
down there now. Yeah, they're back
Yeah.
to being
Cool.
busy, so they're hopping. So,
Yes.
And it's at the senior center?
At the senior center.
which is right down below.
Right in the back, yeah.
Yeah. And then she also started going to the Royal. You had do you want to talk about that? So the Royal members are affordable and low-income senior housing
So I
in town.
had an info session just to let them know that we're here in town and that, all of these programs that we offer. And then again, there's a lot of new people at the Royal, so it was a great opportunity for them to see me and say, oh, you're actually, here, you're available. So I got some new clients from that visit. So I want to do that at the Heights. That'll be my next one.
Oh, great.
Yeah, because there's been a lot of new clients, and
New
we've
families.
had a lot of new clients. There's been a lot of turnover at the Heights. I don't know why. But, so there's a lot of new families. So we actually just got the list of everyone at both the Royal and the Heights. So we're going to send a letter to each person, just letting them know about our services and like the upcoming, like say, energy assistance and programs. Because most people who live in, not everybody, some people are, there's different income levels, but most people are eligible for our programs and services. So kudos to you.
Does the Royal still do that breakfast, that coffee thing? Remember when the Old Town Hall, or whatever, the Old Town Hall homes, when they would all have like coffee or something at the senior center when they were all?
Oh, that was before. That was when they were.
When they were relocated?
Right.
Yeah.
Oh,
Remember when, when
Yeah.
they were leveling that, and they were all had to be relocated in various towns, and we would have, once a month, we'd have them, just so they could all see each other and stuff, we organized having a coffee. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
But no, that was just because they were all dispersed,
Right.
and now.
They're all over.
Yeah.
All over.
Stanford.
Stanford, yeah.
Yeah, that seems like a long time ago.
Yeah.
But, anything else? Cynthia, Michelle, anyone, any new business or anything?
I'm part of the Food Collaborative in Stamford, and they put out it's in Spanish and English, 2 languages, a food guide. In other words, when food pantries are in Stamford are open, what the options are, and I'm wondering, I don't think you have to be a Stamford resident.
Oh, well, if you could
So
forward
I
that to
can
us.
forward that to you. And then the other thing that's starting up is, let me get this right, Food Rescue US, rescues food from grocery stores, et cetera. And do you know about Fairgate Farm?
No.
Okay, so that's part of the VITA project in Stamford. And it's a farm, literally, if this is Stamford Hospital, it's on the other side. They took these Victorian homes out. I would say it's like an acre and a half, and Farmer Pete manages it. And there's produce available, and you pay what you wish. You don't even have to pay.
Oh,
And it's gorgeous. It's all organic.
Wow.
So on Wednesdays during the summer, I'll look up the hours and I'll email you all.
Yeah.
On Wednesdays during the summer, Food Rescue is bringing rescue food, and then Farmer Pete's going to have the produce, and it's available. It's free.
and do people have to show income or anything?
No.
So we can all go?
They
Do you have
just
to
show,
get-
not that I know,
Just-
it. I will get the details for you. Because I was very excited about it when I heard about it at the last
Yeah.
meeting. Isn't that cool?
That's really,
That's-
yeah,
That
that's
would be
really
really helpful,
cool.
because we have a lot of clients that go to person regularly, and then Christ Church
Yep.
is a little, they have a smaller food pantry in town, it's that cute church right next to Upper
Yes.
Crust. So we'll send clients to both places so they can
Right.
go. So if there's another place they can go, absolutely, especially
Mhm.
since
That's really
food
cool.
is
And
still
it's
so expensive.
really nice
And good stuff.
And you can go
Great.
too. He's open. Go to, look at Fairgate Farm. There's a website, and they have events. They have kid-friendly events. He does a great job.
That's so cool.
Yeah, if you
It's
could send
really
us, that'd
cool.
be great, we can
I'll
share it
send you
with our
that stuff.
clients, absolutely.
Wednesdays.
You might be
Okay.
able to distribute that with billing and the blank stuff to at least
That's what made me think of
capture
it.
it,
Oh, yeah.
where we truly know that there is a
That
need
they,
for them.
they would probably take, yeah, part- oh, that's great. Good to know. Anything else?
I move, should I move to adjourn?
Damn.
That was easy.
Thank you, guys.
Janet, you're the
Thank you so much.
And the-
Thank you for all coming.
Thank
Nice to
you,
see
amazing
everybody.
work.